Hello everyone, my name is Jason, this is
Montie.
And today we're doing song inspection on the song The Reckoning by Needtobreathe. And a little bit of information about the song. It was released in their fourth studio album, The Reckoning. That's where its title comes from. And it was released in 2011. And so we're going to look at it. We're going to start off by talking about the genre of the song. Now I consider the song full alternative rock. A lot of their music differentiates itself and it sort of goes back between folk rock and alternative rock. Well, this is straight up alternative rock. So what do you think?
I think alternative, but it does have a lot of folk qualities like the drone note,
Yes.
things like that going for it. But it's probably mostly alternatives. Yes.
You talk about the melody.
Or the melody. Now, I did tell Jason I have a lot to say about the melody. This is one of the reasons I absolutely adore this song. It starts out with the guitar playing, and it's got a drone note in the background for the guitar, but they're really pulling in the melody. And it stays that way through most of the song. But at the end, I always compare when I was in band, we had melody, counter melody, accompaniment, and then they had the percussion playing a completely different melody. And that's the same way they do that. They get the piano to play counter melody, and then they bring in an electric guitar and all kinds of other instruments that really make it all fit together with the counter melody, accompaniment. And I've never really heard a drone note used in the way they used it, and I absolutely used that. Loved that. Excuse me.
Yeah, they do a great job. That's something I can say about this band is that they do a great job of just making all their music sound totally different from the last song. In fact, you see that's a lot on The Reckoning just in general, is that every song sort of has its own distinct style, but it all feels entirely them. And they're great at doing that. They're good at coming up with these very solid numbers. So now moving on to the singer's voice. Bear Reinhardt, I think, has one of the most interesting voices in the entire music industry. And I don't think if you ever listen to one of their songs, you agree wholeheartedly with that statement. He's a wonderful voice, and we were talking about this. He writes music that only he can sing. That doesn't work well for people who like to do covers and stuff, but it works really well for him because he writes music that best shows off his vocal range.
He knows what his boundaries are.
Yes.
And he uses those boundaries to expand his music and to expand his boundaries as well.
So let's talk about the writing. What do you think about the writing of the song?
I absolutely adore it. Now, the writing is kind of like poetry in the fact that it uses figurative language throughout the entire song. Yes. Bear Reinhardt is really a poet in what he does. He's great. Even if it was Bo who wrote the song.
I think Bear wrote the song.
It was I love the writing. I love figurative allegory, things like that.
The writing is really a standout track. And as you know, we love good writing. We love good writing in music. I think that really complements because you can have. I believe we just did. We did "You're Not Alone" last month on song inspection. As you remember, one of our big complaints is the writing really wasn't up to par as much as it should be. But with this song sort of has the writing in a very wonderful place. It's more like he wrote this as just a poetry piece, and then they added music to it. Now, some standout lyrics for me is "The nature of the broken, the spirit of the chosen." That happens near the end of the song, and fantastic, just beautiful writing. What are a few standout lyrics for you?
Actually, the first things that he says, he says that you should never run away a boy when you can walk away a man. And I absolutely loved that. I adore those lyrics. Great writing.
Let's talk about some themes and meanings. Some themes that are addressed in the song commonly is the ability to want to stop time. And you see this a lot, especially in the chorus as he's drowning at home for us. And so there's a lot of very dark themes in the song as well, which you can pick up on just because of the atmosphere of the song. The atmosphere really does a great job as well. But so there's some very interesting themes just shoved in here, and we take all day just talking about all of them. So what's the meaning for you?
The meaning, it's about seeing things that are so well planned out, but in reality it's not working for us the way we thought it would. The things we wish we could go back or just stop, but like the song says, it's a reckoning time, a time that's been planned out just too well. And things... You look back, you can see things and realize that things didn't always go to plan.
I think the meaning of the song is it's meant for us to sort of remember a time in our lives when we wanted time to slow down for certain moments, and yet it never does for those moments. And yet when it seems like we don't want time to slow down, we want time to go as fast as possible for certain moments of life, we have no control over it. And so I think that's really the point of the song, is that there's no time, and that you can't really set anything on time. You know, time is sort of its own thing, and I think that's a beautiful meaning. So for me, the rating is a little bit higher than usual. My rating is a 7.6 out of 10. What about you?
I have to say, I really, really liked this song.
It's not a 9.
It's not a 9.8, but
definitely
it's a great song. I love the melody, the singing, the songwriting, but because of the song itself, I'm going to give it a 6.4.
Okay, so thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next video. Next video, we're doing Bible chat. We have yet to decide on a verse for that, but we'll see you then. So with all that said and done, my name is Jason. This is
Monty.
signing off.